I am George Washington, born on February 22nd, 1732, in Westmoreland County, Virginia. My life has been intertwined with the birth of a nation, a journey that began in the lush fields of colonial Virginia and culminated in the creation of the United States of America. My story is one of perseverance, leadership, and a steadfast commitment to the principles of liberty and justice. I was born into a planter family, the son of Augustine and Mary Washington. As a child, I was educated at home, learning the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. My father passed away when I was just 11, leaving me with a sense of responsibility and a longing to make my mark on the world. I took to the land, developing a love for agriculture and the skills necessary to manage a plantation. In my teenage years, I became a surveyor, a profession that allowed me to explore the vast wilderness of Virginia. This experience not only honed my skills in land measurement, but also deepened my appreciation for the American frontier and its potential. I traversed through dense forests and crossed rivers, witnessing the beauty of the land that would later become the cradle of our nation. My military career began when I joined the Virginia militia in 1754 during the French and Indian War. I was appointed as a lieutenant colonel, and my early experiences on the battlefield would shape my understanding of leadership and strategy. I quickly learned the harsh realities of war, facing both the French and their Native American allies in skirmishes across the Ohio Valley. My most significant moment came in 1755 when I was appointed to lead an expedition against Fort Duquesne. Although the mission ended in defeat, my courage and determination earned me recognition. I was later appointed as the commander of the Virginia Regiment, gaining invaluable experience that would serve me well in the years to come. In 1759, I married Martha Custis, a wealthy widow. This union not only brought me personal happiness, but also increased my social standing and wealth. Together, we settled at Mount Vernon, my beloved plantation on the banks of the Potomac River. It was a place of tranquility where I could pursue my passion for agriculture and manage my estate. I implemented innovative farming techniques, experimented with crops, and built a successful plantation. However, the shadow of political unrest loomed over the colonies. I was deeply aware of the growing tension between Britain and the American colonies, and I began to feel a sense of duty to my fellow colonists. The desire for self-governance and resistance against British oppression stirred within me. In 1775, as the revolutionary fervor swept through the colonies, I was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army by the Second Continental Congress. I understood the gravity of the situation. The colonies were united against a powerful empire, and we faced immense challenges. The early years of the war were fraught with difficulties. My army was often outmatched, poorly trained, and lacking supplies. Yet, I believed in the cause of independence and instilled that belief in my soldiers. My leadership was tested at the Siege of Boston, where my strategic decisions led to a successful evacuation of British forces. The harsh winter at Valley Forge in 1777 was a turning point for the Continental Army. Despite the cold, hunger, and disease, I remained resolute. I used this time to train and discipline my troops, enlisting the help of foreign military experts like Baron von Steuben. Our perseverance paid off, culminating in a significant victory at the Battle of Saratoga, which secured French support for our cause. The war dragged on for years, filled with victories and defeats. In 1781, the British forces, led by General Cornwallis, found themselves cornered at Yorktown, Virginia. I coordinated a combined effort with French troops and the Navy, leading to Cornwallis's surrender on October 19, 1781. It was a decisive victory that effectively ended major hostilities and paved the way for American independence. The Treaty of Paris was signed in 1783, formally recognizing our independence. The victory was bittersweet. While we had fought valiantly for freedom, the challenges of creating a new nation lay ahead. I returned to Mount Vernon, hoping to resume my life as a planter. But the call of public service was not yet over. In 1787, I was called to Philadelphia to preside over the Constitutional Convention. The Articles of Confederation had proven ineffective, and the young nation was in need of a strong framework for governance. I believed that a strong central government was necessary to maintain order and unity among the states. The debates were heated, but my presence lent legitimacy to the proceedings. I advocated for compromises that would allow for both a strong federal government and protections for individual liberties. The result was the Constitution, a document that would lay the foundation for American democracy. In 1789, I was unanimously elected as the first president of the United States. As I took the oath of office on April 30th in New York City, I understood the weight of responsibility that lay upon my shoulders. I was not only leading a new government, but also setting precedents for future leaders. My presidency was marked by the challenge of uniting a diverse and often contentious nation. I established a cabinet of trusted advisors, including Thomas Jefferson as Secretary of State and Alexander Hamilton as Secretary of the Treasury. Together, we navigated the complexities of governance, creating systems and institutions that would last for generations. One of my most significant achievements was the establishment of the Bill of Rights, which guaranteed essential freedoms and protections for individuals. I believed that these amendments were vital for protecting the rights of citizens and ensuring that the government would remain accountable to the people. After serving 2 terms, I made the decision to step down from the presidency in 1797. I believed it was essential to set the precedent that the presidency should not become a lifetime position. In my farewell address, I urged the nation to remain united and warned against the dangers of political factions and foreign entanglements. My hope was for a country that prioritized unity and independence. After leaving office, I returned to Mount Vernon, where I dedicated myself to my estate and the well-being of my family. I continued to promote agricultural advancements and supported educational initiatives. I took immense pride in my work as a farmer, and I found solace in the beauty of the land I had fought to protect. I died on December 14th, 1799, at my beloved Mount Vernon. My life was one of service, sacrifice, and dedication to the ideals of liberty and justice. I am often remembered as the father of his country, a title that honors my role in shaping the nation. My legacy is reflected in the principles enshrined in the Constitution and the enduring spirit of democracy that defines the United States. I am George Washington, a soldier, a leader, and a servant of my country. I have dedicated my life to the pursuit of freedom, and though I am no longer here, the values I fought for liberty, equality, and the right to self-governance will endure as long as this great nation stands.